Let's see if we can get one hooked up here. There we go. That's a better fish.
So we're going lake trout fishing. That's got to be a Coke too.
I got you that time.
Check this out. That's a spool of kokanee right there.
This week's episode is all about basic bass fishing. Great for kids, beginners, you just want to catch a fish. Colton's super busy right now this time of year, so I'm flying solo on this one. You guys come join me. I've caught a lot of bass with my kids over the years. This is for you. Got an ultralight rod. I've got 4 to 6 pound line right here, and then I've got a small curly tail, kind of a lighter greenish blue one actually. To be honest, I found this lure on the ground and I tried it this morning. It worked really well. So we're going to use it. I have a 16th ounce head. So we actually want this to drop pretty slow. And most of the fish are going to eat this on the drop. So I'm going to let it drop. I can see the line. Just give it a little tension. Oh, and I missed it. So unfortunately, I've about worn this lure out. Just had another one grab it. So each time I have to fix it. Let's pull them down a little bit. So what we're looking for is rocky structure. We have some big boulders right here. And really it's not what we're looking for. Big boulders, sometimes there'll be fish around these boulders. More often than not, we're looking for rock piles. And the little fish have gotten out this evening like crazy. Let's see if we can. We have a little bit of a rock pile up here, but so we're just looking for a rocky structure. The little guys are going to be in the top 5 to 10 feet, especially in the evening. If you can get through them, the bigger guys will be actually 10 to 20 feet down. Right now I'm getting hit every cast. And this little tiny jig might even be a little bit big for these small fish. But when you're out here doing this is perfect for your kids, perfect for families. You're not doing overly technical. Just missed yet another one. See if we can get one hooked up here. There we go. That's a better fish. It's not big at all, but it's bigger than I think the ones that were hitting it. We're gonna go with maybe 6 inches on that one. So if you've ever been out with kids, they don't really care how big they are. It's just about getting on some fish. That one just happened to have better aim than the rest. I think. So I'm going to cast it. I'll actually count to probably 5 before I start reeling, maybe even 10. If it's later in the evening, probably 5 seconds. It's a good way to help your littles practice their counting and math. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, he was there. I'm gonna let it go a little deep. Oh, a little deeper, but it popped right off. So how I'm rigged, I've got just a curly tail on a jig head. You can use it just about anything. You can throw spinners, Rapalas. Anything that's easy to do. Oh, off he goes. I just switched it up to a classic spinner. This one actually has a black blade with red and yellow. This morning I did black and yellow. with a gold blade worked really well. So same kind of technique. I'm gonna throw it, let it just drop a little bit, and then just a nice smooth reel. Boom. Oh, off he goes. The downside to fishing the spinner, most of them come with a treble hook on it. A little more challenging to get the hook out, especially with the littles. But the easy part of the spinner is you can just cast it and you can reel if you have a little bit of an excited. Someone gets a little more excited, want to move it a little faster, this is a great one to move fast instead of working it slow. So I'm going to let it drop for probably 3 to 5 seconds. Start to reel. Boom. Ooh, there we go. That's a good one right there. All right, so I got it out on the jet skis. We got into an area where there's actually a big area of about 20 feet deep, anywhere from 15 to 20 feet. Just picked up a little bit bigger bass, not a super big one, but I got hit 3 or 4 times coming through the shallow part, and then picked this little guy up. So not bad. Kind of blew off of this. We'll give it one more shot. Might have to back up to the drop. But found him on the color change where it goes from light to dark, 10 to 20 feet.
I never really thought about bass fishing like this, like out to the middle. Yeah.
Oh, little guy. So yeah, usually when we're bass fishing, that's a good point.
Yeah, you fish to the rocks and you fish to the shore.
We're throwing back to the rocks, but in this case, we're fishing the drop. So underneath, it's super light colored water right here. And if we look out, it goes super dark colored water. And then it goes really dark out here.
Okay.
And so they're gonna be sitting right on that structure. So I'm working this rocky drop right here. It goes off here about probably just 5-10 feet, drops down to about 20, goes flat. So I've been working across that deeper water hoping for a big one. As I come back up in about that 5-10 feet of water, I've been finding a few fish. There's kind of a medium-sized one that I got in that middle range. So not huge, but not bad. It's probably 14, 15 lengthwise there. Not a bad fish. Kind of on the bigger end for this kind of fishing. Summertime, just rock hopping, looking for these little ledges and the color change. Okay, I've got 2 rocky humps right here, or rocky points. Got a little structure in between. I'm gonna throw across to the other point a little bit, let it drop a little bit. I can't tell how deep that structure is right there, but there's definitely some fish right here. Oh, just had a little bump. So I'm gonna throw it out in between, bring it back in between this rocky ledge and whatever the structure is right here into the water. It's just some moss or something, but there we go. Oh, popped off. And go a little more straight at the other hump, or other point. I guess not a hump, it's a rocky point. There we go. Got him hooked up. Oh, he's off. Got another one. He's off. Rip my tail right off. I'm gonna go to this little lighter colored one. See if we can't keep one on. There we go. So So I've got him right in between the structure out here and the rock pile. Let it drop just a little bit deeper. So I'm gonna work myself around this one. We'll try the drop on the other side here. A couple little guys hitting it, it feels like. There we go, yep, oh. And he's off. Just kind of work around this like a clock. So we started towards this hump, or towards this rocky point, just worked around the one I'm standing on. Oh, there's a grab. There's a grab. As I get closer to the shore, I feel like they're getting smaller. There's several running after it right there. This is where I'd actually trail like a little second smaller fly behind it would help catch these little guys. Really good grab right there on the drop. There we go. These fish are all sitting about, the ones I'm actually hooking, around 6-7 inches. So if you have a young fly fishing angler, this is a great way to get him into some fish. So he's got a big foam bug on, and if it drops down, it tells you this fish has it underneath, or they might hit the top one. So cast it, let it sit for a few, maybe like 5-10 seconds. There it goes. Fish on. And you can overset these little guys. Good way to practice setting and then practice stripping it in. Got him. On the dry fly. Right. Yep, you got him. Yep. Doing it like a pro right there. Somehow he is still on. Oh, another one just grabbed your dry fly. Oh, we had two on it for a second.
Interestingly, like when you look at our region, being the northeast quadrant of Utah, when you start digging into smallmouth diets, I won't say it's exclusively crayfish, but it is very hardcore crayfish when you start doing diet analysis. They'll obviously eat a few fish, they'll eat a few bugs and worms and things like that, but they are hardcore, much more of a crayfish consumer, which is kind of why we look at burbot as both a predator and a competitor, is because, well, I can't say for sure and prove that burbot in a way are suppressing our bass on the Utah side. We can at least say there's significant overlap with the niches, and we also see them in the diets. Roughly guessing, you're going to be in the upper 60s for your optimum growth versus metabolic rate. If you're starting to get into the upper 70s, that's just too warm. Their metabolic rate actually starts to shut down, kind of like trout do, you know. And trout get into too hot of water, their metabolic rates start to shut down. They're conserving energy and hunkering down until conditions are better, because if they start expending too much energy trying to stay alive, they're toast, they're dead. When you get water temperatures in the 50s and middle 50s, they start to become a lot more active. That's when they tend to come up in the reservoir, meaning up toward the shoreline where you can actually see them. They become a lot more active, aggressive, you can start catching them. And Flaming Gorge, that can be anywhere from late April, May, definitely, and then as water temperatures get into the 60s, it's when you see a lot more fish, usually along our shoreline here in Flaming Gorge. So as a lot of people know, smallmouth bass are very susceptible on nests just because of their nest guarding behavior. There's actually footage from the Great Lakes of fry swimming into the adult's mouth as a, like, basically mommy protect me type of thing, and then they swim back out, so the adult won't just swallow their own fry usually. But let's talk about like what happens when you catch a bass off the nests, because let's admit it, it's an easy way to catch bass. They're aggressive. They're usually hitting out of an instinct, a protective instinct, rather than a feeding mechanism. So you catch a bass off the nest. What I would like you to do is if you're going to release that fish, try and get it back in the water immediately. Like those fry that are down there rely on that protection. Without mommy or daddy, because both genders will nest guard, without those adults there to protect them, those fry will start to even just disperse on their own looking for their parent, and you could actually wreck the whole cohort if you just catch them and not release them right away. If you take them across the lake, yeah, they could probably, they actually do find their nests probably in a day, maybe two to find their nests, but by that point, their fry are gone. So as most of you are aware, Flaming Gorge, we're cold, we're clear water, which right away you think trout, right? You got kokanee and lake trout and burbot. You got all these deep cold water fish. Bass actually in Flaming Gorge provide kind of a different type of fishery. I don't want to say they're totally disconnected from those other species, but they behave a lot differently, and yet they thrive. So they're unique in that they provide another commodity or another fishing opportunity in Flaming Gorge Reservoir for our angling public. And I know we don't have, like, the majority of our anglers are not bass anglers, but yet we see a good constituency out here, especially on the Utah side. Anyway, on the Utah side, we have a lot of small bass. So I definitely don't mind people harvest away if just within your responsible limits. But it does provide that different type of fishery. If you're struggling for, say, your lake trout or your kokanee and you want to go for something and get the kids engaged, smallmouth provide that opportunity where you can go out there and really catch a lot of numbers, have a lot of fun with it, and even take a few fish home.
When we're fishing near the dam, we have to stop by Trout Creek Flies and Gibby Cafe because Amparo's cooking is the best.
Hello, this is Gibby Cafe. My name is Amparo. I am the cook, and my family owns the restaurant. We make fresh Mexican food. Chicken, carne asada beef, we have barbacoa beef, chile verde, which is a pork. Fried beans, we have rice, the Spanish rice. Everything is made fresh every morning, and we're happy to serve you here.
This series is made possible by Utah Tourism and the Flaming Gorge Chamber of Commerce.